Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, June the 13th of 2025. Today I am breaking down a real forex trade using Darko's trading circle approach, which is a great guide for trading, and a proven method for reading pure price action, no indicators. One of our members pulled off a nice clean 2-to-1 reward risk in under 2 hours using these exact components. So, if you've ever struggled to find high odds trades without relying on indicators, that's exactly what you're going to see in this video. And stick around at the end to see how you can start applying this to your own trading without any indicators needed at all. Zero. Alrighty, let's take a look at this trade. Okay, so the trade was on the Canadian dollar Japanese yen pair. And just to clarify the date, it was today, June the 11th, 2025. And let's look at this trade in terms of Darko's trading circle, okay? Because when you understand how to apply all of that, oh man, everything's going to turn around for you, I tell you. So there are different components to it, and they are all easy to learn, but they take time. They don't happen overnight. And I know most traders want a get-rich-quick fix to things that it's just it's the ruin of so many traders. You got to be patient and do this right. So you want to look at the trends, okay? The big trends on this, for our purposes, this is a scalp trade that this guy took, and so we use the weekly chart for the real big picture, but we actually, it's just for a kind of a high-level overview, but the daily 4-hour is our main ones, and then we enter on the 15-minute chart. On the weekly chart, you can see that we had this very, very super big move down. This is all corrective action. This high right here is significant. So everything right now is just still heading down, and we have to start, kind of keeping an eye on this thing. And we start closing below this low, which, see how it's touched it a few times here? Then, we're going to be starting to look at different, what we call advanced pullbacks. But right now, heading down. What's the daily chart? Well, the daily chart had this sharp move down, and this is all also corrective action. This is an important high right here. But so far, nothing's happened with it. We had double bottoms made down here, so we got to be a little bit cautious. But so generally, the way that we would read this is that we're still heading down on the daily chart. Now the 4-hour chart's a bit of a different story trend wise. We have these higher lows coming up here, and so that's bullish. But the strength is in higher time frames. Okay. Because of this conflict in trends, and you'll get that quite often with different time frames, because there's conflict like that, you want to be what we call hands-on trade management. You want to be on top of your trade management. Don't let it just don't walk away from it. Keep an eye and get the risk out as soon as you can on. So that's trend. For scalping and micro-scalping, that trend is important because when you're trading in alignment with everything, that's ideal. But it's not like it's as important as it is with swing trading or position trading, because your moves in a scalp are quite small, and your risk is very small, so you can usually get the risk out quite quickly when you get a move going for you. So our higher time frame bias is kind of mixed a bit, kind of mixed to down. Now, here's something really important: is significant levels. Well, if I go to my daily chart, would you say that's a significant level? That's a very significant level. If you see how this very, very strong bullish candle went up like this and then went straight down, that is significant. We want to keep an eye on this level if price gets back to it, which it did right here. And if we go to our 4-hour chart, if you look at it, again, right here, that's that same level. 1, 2, 3 times, and this happened. I mean, that's something happened at this level here that was very sensitive. So price comes up and it touches it and it drops. What do? Well, now we say, okay, we don't know if it's going to go straight through here or not. What we can start to do is have a look at our entry time frame to see if there's anything happening that would make us want to take a trade. Anything happening means, is there a pattern that we recognize? Okay, so we checked the trend, we checked the significant neckline, our time frame combinations we know for scalping, and now we want to know, is there a pattern? Okay, and when you look at this, this is probably the best pattern that we have. It's called a swing break rotation. When you have all this stuff going up and up and up like this, and all of a sudden that happens, it takes out all of these lows after breaking above all of these highs. It goes down and breaks below them all. That's structure damage. It's damage to the structure of it that it was going up. You saw that on the 4-hour chart as well. Our entry time frame is telling us, hey, we got some trouble going on here. This is a big, massive move. So what we do, we don't just sell it when it goes down, because where do you put your stop? This is what's significant. This stop way up here, this price level up here, your stop needs to go above this. Okay, and if that gets broken, then we could be on our way back up. But everything here before that, to the left in here, is all telling us that we've had some structure damage, that it's going down. So we sell a rally. This guy sold it. I mean, it was literally the top. He sold it at 106.17, which is one of the levels we look to trade at. And then down it goes. And now here's the other really super important thing. How do you manage this trade once it gets going? Trade management is the holy grail of trading. Well, the trade management and account management, your account risk and your trade risk, super it'll make or break your trading. So as it was going down, he had asked me in the chat room about ideas for profit targets. Here's the thing about trade management. Everybody does it a little differently. Everybody has different risk tolerances, time that they'll be able to be at their computer or whatever it is. So I can give them ideas on it. I don't ever tell people how they have to manage a trade. That's up to them. But we have some pretty strict protocols that we follow, like getting up 1-to-1 on your trade, and hitting significant levels of support or resistance as it's coming down. Those are places where you really want to start to remove risk, and especially like if you're hands-on, like a trade like this, because of the mixed trends. So this got up quite quick. There was quite an aggressive move here, and he was looking at, and this was his idea, which was great, at the 105.80 level, which is this low in here, which would give him a nice more than 2-to-1 reward risk. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, that was also a good level right here. That's what this price hit this and went down quite strongly here. So so that's where he decided to take his profit. Now, did he miss out on a buy? Yeah, he missed out on a lot more. Well, that's great hindsight, right? You need to make a decision in real time, live. And it was let me go back to my 15-minute chart here. And when he took his profit off down in here, around the 105.80 mark, that was over 2-to-1 reward risk. That's a good day of trading. That's nothing wrong with that. In the meantime, it's done this, and I also suggested you can use other, tools and Fibonacci extensions and stuff like that. This thing's actually going down now over 70 pips from the entry, so over 4-to-1. But like I say, I don't want to. I don't like. What's the wording for it? I don't. This is all hindsight. This guy did a great job in real time according to his trade management. That's why, people say, what are your results? Everybody's results are different, but the principles are the same. Entries are very similar, and all that kind of stuff. How you manage a trade, though, can make quite a difference. So, again, listen. Learn the components of pure price action using the trading circles, and then apply that information to a live chart. Have the patience to wait for a valid setup. That's it. Nothing more complicated. But it takes time. I've said that 1,000 times. Do these trades come up every single day? No, of course not. I wish they did. And not all of them win, right? I think we all know that. That doesn't matter. And this is one of the most difficult things for aspiring traders to understand. That is, you will not win on every trade, and you don't need to, because the size of the wins far outweigh the size of the losses, which in most cases, most losses can be mitigated or risk completely removed. But you get the idea. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. So as you just saw, pure price action, when applied correctly, can work on any market. This happened to be a forex scalp trade, but it can be any market, any time frame, any trading style. And if you're serious about mastering this, it's 100% within reach, right? If this clicked for you or raised any questions, drop a comment below, and I'd be happy to get back to you on that. And if you want more real trade examples and breakdowns, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and also check the link in the description for our free training. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.